trying to help you figure out your best shot. What's up, guys? Welcome back to some Charlotte disc golf. I'm not at Scrapyard today because the Another Round disc golf point series tournament for this month is Scrapyard. And I think this is really one that I can win because I play out here a lot. I'm just gonna come out and practice, try and dial in some of my decision making and all that kind of stuff. So should be a good round. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so hole one here, I'm gonna throw my new Rive. And I am just going to try and keep it on the left side, aim at the tree down there on the left, and then have it finish to the right. Little cut off, but not bad. I might have a look at a putt from there. So I just wanted to thank you guys as always for coming and hanging out with me. I know there's a lot of Pro Tour coverage and everything, but I met a lot of you guys at the DDO, and so many of you guys just said thank you for posting these videos and like showing you guys my thought process and all that kind of stuff. Not because I'm anyone special, but because I think it can be encouraging to see other people's thought process as they're playing and learning and developing, and just decision making. I think is super cool. So yeah, I appreciate you guys supporting and watching. And it actually looks like no, we're short. Dang, I thought we were a little bit further. All right, so we'll probably end up with a par on this one. Yeah, so I have to go on the outside of these two trees that you guys will have seen on the previous shot. Go ahead and just get a nice little turnover up here. Sit down. Man, left myself with a putt there. There we go. All right, starting off with a par. I got to get this one in the tournament. This is like a really, really good bonus birdie. So the Underworld is one of the new discs that I got when I was playing in Kansas. It's a 7.6 -3.1, and it's 173 grams. So I can release this on a hyzer. It should flip up to flat and carry pretty good down there for me. Hold that. All right, so finished a little bit short. I didn't give it enough power. My back kind of hurts right now, but we'll at least be able to get par here. All right, so pretty big putt here, but we've made bigger. See if we can dial this in. Really need to fully extend in order to get this thing up there. Oh man, that was perfect. It was just a little bit to the right, or I needed it to be a little bit more to the right. So we're even through the first two holes here, and honestly, I know y'all probably can't see my full face. Honestly, I feel like I need to have at least one birdie through the first two holes just to get a good head start, because I've birdied both of them. I know how to. I need to capitalize. I definitely need to capitalize on that. All right, hole three here. I'm gonna take that Claymore and just try and release it flat and get down towards the basket. There we go. Please push forward. That might be a little bit short, but that's fine. All right, so we've got somewhat of a close shot here. I finally got another chalk bag, y'all, after I lost my other one, and man, do I miss having a chalk bag. I don't know why. I just feel like it makes me way more confident when it comes to putting. That's off. Yes! It's off just a little bit to the left there, but it'll still be a birdie. Nice. We needed that because I normally don't birdie this hole. But throwing this claymore soft helped me control it a little bit more off the tee. Like I didn't rip it like I would if I had a putter. So throwing this soft and throwing it back a little bit because that tree up at the front made me feel a little uncomfortable. Helped me get this down here. All right, so this is a pretty tight, like dog leg right to left. But if you throw something too overstable, then it ends up in the woods a lot of times. And so something that I've been working on is throwing, or if you throw something too overstable, it ends up in the woods. I've been throwing understable discs like this Underworld on a pretty good hyzer. And when they get to the corner, they kind of flip up and carry straight. So that's the whole goal here, is to throw this on enough hyzer that it's still gonna go left, even though it's an understable disc. But once it gets up to the corner, it will stand up a little bit and allow it to carry further than an overstable disc would. Carry. Ah, that's right, that's a good spot. If I'd done that a little bit higher, then I think we would have achieved what I wanted to, but that's still all right. All right, so I feel like my mid-range game has been struggling a little bit, or it's just something that I've been missing in my bag, so that's why I just put this claymore back in here. It makes it a little bit easier than like ripping a putter from here. I can just throw my claymore and I should be in a good spot. And also, I did just get a Bushnell Rangefinder, so we can come up here, stand right here at our disc. I can tag the basket, it says it's about 260, so obviously that's perfectly fine for mid-range. We'll go ahead and give this just a little bit of anhyzer to get follow the fairway to the right a bit, and then we should be good to go from there. Hold that for just a little bit longer. Sit down. All right, so it's a little more than circle's edge. I threw it a little bit too high and didn't give it as much anhyzer as I wanted to, but my release on the anhyzer was what made it go so high. So I just needed to release that a little bit better. Not sure why this clip isn't in here. I just checked my phone and I guess I didn't record it. But I had a putt for birdie, missed a little bit right because I had a tree in my way, so I straddled out and hit chain, fell out, so ended up getting par. All right, so I'm actually gonna throw the Sampo here on a sidearm, and I'm gonna try and stand it up just a little bit, and then have it fade back down towards the basket. Come on back, come on back, come on back. Oh my gosh, it could be so good. Dang. All right, I like that idea though. I've never thrown that here. Okay, so that was actually super close to being perfect. I hit these branches up here, and that could have been really, really solid. We got a putt here, about circle's edge, maybe 25. I should be able to make this. Again, just have to go through my full motion. Very important to always go through the full motion of your putt that you know works. Yep. So for me, that full motion is starting off my disc at a little bit of a hyzer, bringing it up to flat to create some rotation, extending my arm fully and pulling my back leg up. And that creates, to me, my perfect putt, which was effective right there. So there's another birdie for us. Okay, so on this hole, there is a tree right in the middle with about a 4-foot gap on the left, it looks like from here, maybe 5 foot on the right, and the tree in the middle is just obnoxious. And the fairway goes straight, kind of a little left, and then right. So that's perfect for this Sampo flight that I just threw on that last hole. The ultimate goal, obviously, is to get down there. Secondary goal is to just make it through the gap so that you have a safe approach for a par at least. So I'm gonna throw this Sampo again, a little bit of a hyzer. aiming at the gap on the right, hoping that it flips up and turns left around there. So actually I'm gonna aim at the tree in the middle and just try and miss my line just a little bit. See? So like I just said, just get out of the woods, please. Okay, so that's fine. That'll be a par from there. That's an extremely lucky roll. So I switched my aim point, which I shouldn't have done because that made me hit the left side. If I hadn't switched my aim point to the tree in the middle and I still aimed at the gap on the right, then I think that actually would have been perfect. All right, so this is just going to be a nice, easy justice up shot. Throw it kind of soft, a little bit of a flex line, just to avoid any of the trees over on the left side. That's not good. I aimed way too right there. All right, guys, so I left myself with a pretty sizable putt over here. I missed my line entirely with that justice. So this is almost a repeat of the putt on hole 4. So hyzer it in and give it enough, okay? All we need to do, hyzer it in, but give it enough. Let's go. I needed that. I did not want to take a freaking bogey on this because this is a bonus birdie, honestly, especially from the long pad. It's a pretty easy birdie from the shorts, but from the long, you really have to hit your line, so I'm happy we were able to save that. Okay, so off of this tee, forehand is the best play, but it is a freaking jail. If you go off to either of the sides, you can kiss any look at birdie goodbye, and you can almost kiss a bogey hello. So I'm gonna throw my drive here. I'm gonna try and throw it flat at that tree on the left, and just hope that it breaks right before it. I don't think that this thing is that straight. That's bad, Michael. Kick out, please. Okay, so that probably went as deep as it possibly could have gone in there. Okay, so thankfully, we actually made it through a little gap back there and got pretty far up here. But the goal now is to not go back in the woods. Obviously, you want to try and prevent that from ever happening. So from the look of things, I've got a little bit of a sidearm flex gap right here that I can see. And the ride's been doing pretty good with that, but I don't want to go back in the woods. But I mean, when I turn it over, it doesn't really come back too fast. So I feel like I can probably throw it again here. No, I can't. I'm gonna throw my Sampo. So that's just a little bit of that thought process for you guys to hear. I want to hit this gap, but I do not want to go back into the woods on the right. So I'm not trying to get like max distance here or anything, honestly. I'm just grateful that I have any sort of a look. So we're gonna throw this probably 50% power on an anhyzer and just try and get out into the middle there. Oh, that's sick. Are you joking? Okay, so I hit the tree in the middle. Super annoying because we would have been on the path, but not a bad place to stop. I just want to give a quick shout out again to everybody that I met at the DDO. I met a lot of you, so I forgot a lot of your names, but I remember the experiences. Especially the girl that I met, who I gave a gift card to, and you were able to go and get your bag. That was awesome. I'm happy that I was able to gift you with that, and you were able to get a bag that you really wanted. Guys, thank you so much, seriously, for all your support and watching my videos and just being encouraging. It really, really does mean the world to me. So, like, seriously, to all you that I met and to all you that I haven't met, thank you. Y'all are freaking awesome. Okay, so this is the tree that I hit right here on the left. Kind of annoying because our disc was starting to run out of speed as it got here. And since when it runs out of speed, it won't finish to the left. It would have come and finished like right here, which would have been freaking sick for us. So now we have this shot, which I'm kind of cut off over here, but I think I can get I can't really get a run up either. And so it's gonna be not max effort or anything like that. And I'm just going to, there is a tree right here that I don't want to hit. So again, another non-max effort thing. Honestly, I think I might throw the lightweight diamond here and just let it do its thing at a lower speed. Again, guys, this is why it's so good to have versatile discs like this in your bag, because I can throw this thing out here and not have to give it too much power, and it should go to the right and then follow the fairway down to the left for me, especially from a standstill position right here. So really good shot, honestly. Standstill, guys, that's why you have those lightweight discs. Like, think about it. If you're ever in a position where you can't get a run up, but you want a full flight out of a disc, or you want a good flight out of a disc, then you need an understable disc. Because if I had just thrown a disc right there that was overstable, at that arm speed, I would have made it 60 feet. So a little bit of a tip for you there. And as you guys saw in the video, or in that shot right there, it hit one of these trees over here on the right. If it hadn't done that, so if I'd aimed like a little bit more left, would have carried forward past this tree probably another 30, 40 feet. So now I'm kind of in a tough place. The basket is right here. I think, no, right there. So that's gonna be a little bit difficult for us to get to from this position. I might need to throw my Justice on a flick through this left gap. So I do think that that's the play, is throwing the Justice through this left gap. And throwing it on a hyzer and hoping that it just makes it through. Found my aim point, so I'm going right for that. Yeah, that's money. I'm pretty sure that's perfect to save a par there. So par on this hole, I'm happy with, especially with going early and hitting the tree. All right. So again, actually super happy with this from that position back there. Super easy putt, but even though it feels like an easy putt, still need to go through that full motion, throw that foot out, even though again I'm 10 feet away, just to make sure that I don't come up short, because I have done that before and it sucks. All right, so one of the probably prettiest holes in Charlotte, and one of the most desirable hole-in-ones. I almost want to rip my Claymore at it because it's been going really straight for me, and whenever it's only $2.99. Like, I know that I can throw that disc that far. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Just aim a little. Actually, I mean, I'm just gonna aim right at the basket. Like, it's a straight flying disc. Just don't hit any of the trees on the side, and I should make it there perfect. That's over, right? Wow, skipped off the water. I released it on a hyzer because I was scared. I was like subconsciously scared. So I released it on a hyzer because that's my most comfortable like release. Subconsciously I did that. If I'd released that flat, then we would have been in a really good spot. We do still have a putt, which makes me happy. And honestly, I'm happy that we skipped off the water there. we'll see. So a lot of the talking that I do with you guys is trying to help you figure out your best shot. Like as I go through my thought process and everything, I try and explain what to me feels like the best shot. And that's all you can do, guys. You can only try and make the decision that you think is best. And then after you make that decision, if you're wrong, then you know in the future that that's not the best decision. And so that's kind of my goal here in this video and most videos, is to help you figure out what shot is best for you in any given situation. All right, so this is pretty tight. This is definitely a birdie that you want to, it's a spider on my disc. Not anymore, it is dead. This is definitely a hole that you obviously want to try and birdie, but from the back tee, it's a little bit intimidating. You have to throw a really, really good shot. The right side of this basket is blocked, so I have to try and throw a little bit of an Anheuser putt. But like I told you guys, my miss a lot of times when I putt straddle stance is to the right. So now that I remember that, I'm going to aim where I normally aim on the left side of the basket, and just let my miss happen, and hopefully we can set it in there. Let's go. Come on. So you guys saw out of the hand, my miss was a little bit to the right. Gosh, I was so sick. My miss was a little bit to the right there. And so it turned right, and then the air came back down to the left. It's exactly what I was hoping for, and that's what we had happen. So that's a solid birdie. So one thing that really messed me up at the DDO was I didn't play smart golf. I don't have a big arm. I can't throw that far. And so I wasn't, but I was trying to keep up with people that could throw far. And that wasn't smart golf. It was making me not be as accurate, throw off, all that kind of stuff. So smart golf is incredibly important, guys. You need to know which holes to attack. You need to know which holes to lay up on. This hole right here, the basket's right there, is one of those holes where I'm either going for the ace or the par, because this green is so small and you have to hit it so perfectly that if you miss, there's a good chance that you're going to end up in the water. So I just rip my Raider out there, let it dive into the basket, maybe get an ace, maybe hit something and drop, or go far and then lay up and get a par. So that's smart golf on this hole, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So like I said, taking my Raider here and gonna aim at the third tree to the right of the basket that you can see, of the lighter colored baskets. It has an orange marker on it. I'm gonna be aiming at that kind of flat with this Raider, and then just letting it come into the basket. That's too short, but I should make it over at least. Wow, I'm actually at the drop zone. So I made it over, so I'm fine with that. Okay, so we are on the side of a hill here, which is obviously going to make my footing a little bit awkward. But you still have to commit to your putt. Now, since the hill is sloping down to the left, I believe that my disc and my throw will want to go to the left as well. So I'm just going to aim a little bit to the right here. That way, if I'm incorrect, I should still hit the basket in a good spot. But if I'm correct, then I have a little bit better of a chance. Ah, that was such a good putt. Such a good putt. Just a little bit short. So that'll be a par in this one. And I told you guys, I'm playing for par here. So I'm totally happy with that. All right, guys, so we are going to finish up the front nine at 3 down. When I played this in the Carolina Clash, I think I was 2 down, maybe, I'm not sure, but not too good. So being there right now feels good after 9. without any real big mistakes. Did miss a couple of putts, I think. I don't even remember. But hope you guys enjoyed the front 9 here. I'll be posting the back 9 shortly after this. So make sure that you guys go check that out. But why don't you comment down below just kind of your thought process when it comes to figuring out the best shot for you. Like, what do you think about when you're trying to figure out what shot is best for you?